Hello and welcome back to our next installment of Outer Worlds. Before we get started, I'd like to thank some new subscribers to the channel. If you're subscribing and you want to see regular updates, please make sure and click your notifications. We've got Sofa King Board, Richard Noble, Rutabaga, James Hildreth, Battle Wounds 44, Cutie Giraffe, and Jake. Hey, appreciate everybody who's taking the time to watch, like, subscribe, and leave comments. I do really appreciate it. It's really helping the channel grow. So, to pick up where we left off, as we entered Edgewater, we have some skill points to assign. So let's go ahead and get that. We've got 10 additional points. One of the things we wanted to do as soon as possible is get engineering up to 20. So let's put a point in tech. Now, as we can see, we've already got a hack skill of 50. So if we were to put a point in stealth, it would only add 1 to sneak and 1 to lockpick. If we want to increase hack, we would have to add a point directly to it. Want to see what we can do to get long guns to 40. So let's go ahead and put, we've got 4 additional points. I'm going to put a point in dialogue because we want to get lie and intimidate up to 10. See why soon. And also want to get inspiration up to 10. Now determination, if we were to get that to 20, the inhaler also affects your companions. So I'm going to go ahead, since we're about to add some companions, I'm going to put that point in there, and then we'll put our last remaining available point into ranged. And then we want to apply. Come on. Yes. All right. And let's make sure. Oh, go back. We want to make sure that we have the right armor. Yep, we've got our stealth skill armor on. Because now that we have retrieved the medicine packet, we're going to go ahead and first deliver it to Martin Abernathy.
Oh, sweet merciful law. A marauder's in my domicile. Oh, law, please don't eat me. I got scrumbucks and chalkstones. You don't want none of that. Oh, wait. It's just you. Yours killed me with fright. At least I know I ain't hallucinating. You need something? Let's see it. Don't keep us waiting. I don't know what that means. Is that some sort of medical condition? Is my plague getting worse or something?
Let's go ahead and...
Sweet life-giving nostrum. The first hit's always the best. Scratched together all the bits I had around the domicile. It ain't as much as you deserve, but it's all I got.
And you can see we got a little bit of a boost to our Spacer's Choice reputation, which is good considering all of the Spacer's Choice folks we've eliminated.
Bringing the blood out of me. Here, you can have whatever's in my pockets.
Oh, we will. We're going to have whatever's in your pockets. So what we're going to do is walk out of here. Let's go into sneak. And now that we have the pickpocket skill, it's pretty easy on him since his back is always turned. And we're going to... Oh! Darn it. I'm going to go ahead and take everything he has. Thanks, Abernathy. So next, now that we've retrieved the medicine, we can sell it again to Esther the actuary.
I've got some time. Thanks. I'll see to it that this medicine gets to the people who need it. Here, something for your trouble. Nothing personal, but I hope we never do business together again.
Hey!
Don't want to make a habit of consorting with smuggler types. And there it is. The reason I don't like depending on a criminal. I kept a little contingency fee in case you decided to shake me down.
All right.
Somebody deserving. Silas on account of him being out in the cold. Amelia seeing how she's around people all the time. Anybody in the sick room?
All right. Now we can also pickpocket her and steal it back. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick save. Oh. Even if we do get caught, it's not that huge of a deal. We'll get scolded, but you still lose reputation. If you'll get like right here, as far over as you can. Let's see if we can. There we go. And now we can sell it once again to the authorities. Turn it into the authorities. Let's see. Let's go to the constable here.
I've been feeling pretty low these days.
Know how you feel.
Something to report?
Can collect our bounty.
We pay by the finger. What do you have for me? Here we are. Bertie Cotton. Cause of death. Let's just say overwhelming physical trauma. Bert was the local preacher before Max took over. Always was quick to remind us that we all get what we deserve in the end. I'll just need your signature here, 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 and here. Got any more fingers for me?
Actually, there was something else.
Something to report? Anthracillin, huh? That's an anti-Cleo product. I appreciate your vigilance on behalf of Spacer's Choice. I'll make sure this medicine goes to where it's most needed. You are, of course, entitled to a reward for assisting in the apprehension of any contraband. Your compensation and your receipt. Spacer's Choice wishes you a productive shift.
So we could rat out Abernathy, but instead...
Medical treatment by anti-Cleo's products is strictly prohibited under Spacer's Choice company policy. I distribute this medicine to our workers, and we're all complicit in a crime. If you were one of our workers, I would be obliged to mark that comment on your permanent record.
Yeah. Now, technically, if you wanted to, you could sneak back around behind her and steal it back again, but there's nobody else to sell it to at this point. So we've exhausted all of those possibilities. So
Almost lost a finger in the cannery today.
that finishes the...
Almost catch you saying that.
Oh. The long tomorrow. Here, we'll go ahead and... Oh, there's still one more, I guess. Yeah, we know all about that stuff. Oh, go back, and then the quests. So we've now completed Long Tomorrow. Let's keep on with the Stranger in a Strange Land and go speak to Reed Tobson. So we should have a quest marker for that. There it is. And this is the way to his office. Oh. Some nice Spacer's Choice elevator music.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Tobson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Tobson? I think there's someone here to see you.
That's right.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Tobson, Outpost Administrator. I must say, wearing a marauder's outfit is in very poor taste. I do wish you'd show your uniform a little more respect. Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Tobson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. There's a power regulator in the old Botanical Lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the Botanical District over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The Botanical Labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
People.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the Botanical Labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Let's ask for money.
Good law, no, I don't want you killing anyone, least of all them. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the Botanical Lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town. Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership. That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if they are willing to return to the
Bit
fold.
of self-awareness
We
on
belong
his
to
part.
one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
All right.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Tobson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented, and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Yes.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
All right. So we now have our first companion. And as they level up, they can get new perks. You can't change any of their skills, but you can change their perks. Alright, so let's talk to her now.
We better clear out of Mr. Tobson's office before we talk.
Gotcha. So let's
Hey,
go out
mister,
into the
can we
street.
talk? Sorry.
Yep. Come on.
Got a sec? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Tobson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Alright.
To Mr. Tobson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Tobson. Alls I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place.
Yeah.
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about.
You talking about
Mr.
yourself?
Tobson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
No, we already did.
Books are for rich folk. I wonder what he wants with something like that. Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Well, he should be at the ship waiting for us, so we're not too worried about that. But, as you can see, if we go over to our characters, we can now go over to Parvarti. And she currently has this light pistol and this impact hammer. Nope. Hang on. And she has one perk point available. We can base up her health. Or we can increase our skill when she's with us, which is what we're going to do. Come on, let's apply. So now for our journal, we have learned about the geothermal plant. And we also have this die robots die. Let's go ahead and complete that before we leave town. And, oh, let's put on our engineering suit. Tech skills +5. And then what helmet do we have on? The lockpick helmet. All right. I think we're heading out the right direction here. Back toward the landing bay. Now, even though we were asked to kill it, if we can, but if you hack it, it will help us later. Now that engineering skill you need is generally random. I've seen it as high as 50. We should be in pretty good shape. So we can see our skills with Parvarti along. Yeah, we now have an engineering of 45. So let's see if that's going to be enough. Now we did get this before, right? Yeah. And here is the robot.
Bet I could fix him up smart.
Searching for repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
I could probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me to.
Oh, they want engineering 40, just off by 1.
Take your time. You need help, just give a yell. A metaphorical yell. If you yell for reals, you're liable to spook them.
Let's come back. Gosh, we're off by 1. That's all right. Okay, that being said, we want to head off to, let's look at our map. There's the geothermal plant. We want to go up here to the botanical gardens. So let's go ahead and hotkey that. So we'll turn off that one. And, oh, darn it. Well, anyways. Get going out of town. Next time we level up, we'll just have to remember to put a few more points in engineering. Speaking of which, let's get out of our engineering duds. Armor 4. It's armor 9. So, all right. And off we go towards the Botanical Gardens.
Hey, Miss Parvarti. Come for a visit?
Not today. Just helping this fella.
Oh, speaking of which, we can also set oh. So she's currently got that armor, and we can give her one of these hats if we want. One of these helmets. I don't think that's necessary, but what we can do is we want her distance to be far away from us. Want her to use and be aggressive. That way she doesn't interfere with us while we are sneaking. And again, oh, I should have while we were here. Quick look at our map. And this is where the Botanical Garden is, right there. So we're going to head pretty much due north. Probably could have gone out the other side of Edgewater. Now these are primals. They seem to be sleeping at the moment. Let's see what we can do as far as taking that one out. We'll give him a shot and then
Here we go.
get some headshot there. Oh. Oops. Let's load our last save game. Not everything comes exactly as we would like it. Should have saved as we left town. And now that we know that we don't have enough points to hack the robot, we'll just head back this way. We'll avoid those primals for now. We should be able to just trot up here. We did clear this out earlier. Alright, if you recall, here was the community center. We've already raided it. Oh, now what have we got here?
Okay.
I thought we cleared these guys out already. So, let's go back around behind.
I can't do that. Here through the tall grass. So we've got that guy right there. Let's go ahead and go with our plasma rifle. This is a pretty good choke point here. Yeah, let him wander off. Hold still. I guess we'll have to, they're pretty close together. Yeah, we want you to wander back that way. Want this guy here. Just have a little more patience. Guess we'll have to use some tactical time after all. Yeah, walk away. And we should get this guy, well. Oh. Just wait for that to recharge since we missed our headshot. Let's try the rifle. There we go.
rest of them. Alright, so there's all of that. You can see the power of the hunting rifle. But there are some goodies here to loot. Especially in this one right here.
Hey, that's impressive.
It's a dead combat drone. Pick up some mag picks. And there's always a plasma rifle here. Now what we're going to do, since we already have a plasma rifle, is we're going to do the mag to zap. Oh. Another mag pick. Get some more heavy ammo. So I do believe we got everything right. Yeah. You know me, I like to be thorough in my looting. So we've gotten this side of the street. I don't remember anything being back around behind, but let's just double check. There we go. Oh, there was something.
Nicely done.
Lots of good mods. We might have to share a bit of this with Parvati here in a minute. That door is locked. Here's a door that's open. Oh, they're on the floor. More reading materials there by the toilet. No need to sleep. Thing here on the porch. We'll walk around behind. Alright, and we'll continue on our way to the... Here we go. Just off to the left as we follow our way marker. Some advertisers for Spacer's Choice. And we're going to run into this character. Get some free canid meat.
Stranger. We don't want any trouble.
Is that right? Well, Grace, maybe I want some trouble. But let's see what she has to say. She seems to be taking out canids.
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along. Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those. Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Tobson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
That's great.
A Geo what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide.
Well, that's
Enough
what
with
I've
the
been doing.
questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
Having trouble with
You don't
marauders?
know what enough with the questions means?
No.
No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her. It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone.
Alright,
Hell's
got a new
wide
quest.
place. She could be anywhere.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Honest. I'll tell you what I can. Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does. She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own. Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already. Little ways ago. She was always obsessing over her serial dramas. Wanted to see what the fuss was about. Could be. Dangers aplenty out there. No telling why marauders would steal somebody like Zoe. Got no useful skills far as I could tell. Marauder gang just moved into the districts a little ways east. Their numbers are growing. Gotta come from somewhere.
Alright.
What is
I think
it?
we're done.
Over in the hothouse. Tending crop.
Okay, so before we talk to Adeline, let's go ahead and start on this quest. Now, there's also plenty of looting opportunities here. But let's go ahead and start with this. As a matter of fact, what suit are we currently wearing? Okay, we've still got our stealth skills and our lockpick. There's more sneak. Intimidate. That's 100%. That's still 100%. What are we looking at? 79% there. And 100%. So we can break one of those down for parts here in a minute, which we'll do. we go. So let's go ahead and talk to Stefan.
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with? You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off. Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions. Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her. Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd. The other day I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day. Hey, I got time.
So as you can see, he's also a trader. So we can sell stuff to him. But we'll do that in a minute. Let's go investigate Zoe's room. And here's one of those scraps of paper he was talking about, a journal, page 12. We have another one right here. So she's going to take her destiny in her own hands. And so, yes, she's off to join the Marauders and become a bandit queen, just like in the serials. And get some more drugs. Here's her poster. We can steal it. Nobody's looking, although I should have closed the door. All right. Speaking of which, speaking of stealing. Okay, that's where Adelaide is in there. If we go around this side of town, however, over by this campfire.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Well, let's go talk to Thomas.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Oh, that's not Thomas. Where'd you go, Thomas? There he is. And we're going to get a bonus for discovering our workbench.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, how are you? Hi. Hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town. Never heard it phrased in such a way before. I guess we're all trying to get our ships off the ground, ain't we?
No, that's
Sorry,
right.
I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see.
What would
Fact is,
that
I've
be?
been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
take a little XP here.
I'll take all the help
Told
I
you
can
that's
get.
why.
I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
And we've been collecting
Those
them.
are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged. I'll pay you for every pad you bring me. If, by some miracle, you can bring me the full set, I'll give you something pretty I've been saving for a lucky day. I wish I knew. I wagered the town had the full set once upon a time. Where the third's gone, I can't say.
Well, we'll wait till well, let's go ahead and...
No kidding. Really? Well, which one? Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. One data pad's enough to guide me down my newfound path. Just remember, I got something saved for you if you find me all 3. Sure, I'd be glad to take them off your hands. What's on your mind?
I thought we had picked up
Couple
the other
months.
one from the community
This
center.
camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious. We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go, mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to... I mean, we could really use... this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
Nah, I got stuff to do. We cannot go into any of these buildings. As you can see, the doors would be lit up if we could. However, just past here, there is a door we can go in. So let's get our sneak action on. Oh, someone's here. Let's see if they leave. And then we'll close the door. Now she's going to come in. Let's see if she opens the door. Oop, kind of got stuck here. But we'll have to listen for the door. Well, here we go.
Great work.
I thought there was one more. There we go. There's one up here. Now here's our, we have to bypass the power before we can grab that, by the way. So now we know where the power regulator is. And out we go. silenced muzzle. That'll be a good mod. Because actually, Stefan has the pistol I'd like to buy. Oh, someone's in here. But we can go up these stairs. Hopefully there's nobody in here. Oh, yeah, come on out, please. There's another little house on the hill. I have to listen for the door. Alright, that's everything here. Now there's that house up there on the hill. Again, somebody's still in here? Yep, he's still in here. As we can see, we've got a locked door right there. If he would leave, we could... not gonna go. Alright. Let's get this house on the hill. Hopefully nobody's home. Nope. Oh, hear the door. No, it's just Parvati. Alright, and another house a little farther down here.